In this video, we're going to go through how you can set up and use a certificate in your course. So, first thing, as always, you're going to want to navigate to a course where you have instructor rights and go ahead and turn editing on. What we're going to do is we're going to add a certificate, and the certificate is going to be issued based upon the completion of this quiz right here. So, right underneath it, I'm going to click Add an Activity or Resource, and I'm going to select Certificate, and it says the short, brief description as to what a certificate does. And a new window is going to load right here. We have to give it our certificate a name, and I'm going to name this trial certificate. Now, there's some issue options that you can do as well. So one of the nice features is that you can have it email the teachers, so it notifies the teachers as to that a certificate has been completed and you need to do something with that completed certificate. So say for example there was some credit that you need to issue in My Learning Plan or something along those lines. So you can have it email the teachers. If you'd like, you can have it email people who even aren't the teachers. So say for example there's something along like the principal wants you to do something, you could put their principal's email address in here, and even though they're not an instructor in the course, it will still email them once a student in that course has hit that threshold. I always like to say yes to saving certificates. You can set it up so that they have to spend a certain amount of time in a course before a certificate is issued. Um, there's some text options. You can how your certificate's going to look. You can have it print the date, so we can say that it's going to be the date is actually going to be printed based upon the SOL test that they're going to take, and that will be the date that once they do that SOL test and complete it to your standards, the date that will be printed on the text will be the same date that they have finished the SOL test. You can format the date, you can have it print the student's grade, grade percentage, all that type of stuff. You can have it do number of hours. You can have it put the instructor's name on there. You can even have some custom text like congratulations, you completed the course or something along those lines. There's some design options. A lot of times, right now, it's just going to come out. It's going to be this basically blank sheet of paper that has the name of the course, the person who completed the activity, and possibly how long it is. Um, what I always like to do is add a border image. I usually use the black one. You can put some black lines on there. I usually don't use any of these, but you certainly are welcome to. Some of the common module settings, these are again where it would be if we were setting it up, or only groups or something along those lines had access to the certificates. That's where we would follow that. Now, the restrict access, all right, this is where we're going to restrict the access to this this certificate until they complete something. So in this particular case, we're going to go to the activity completion condition. So we're going to select that drop down there, and it's going to list the items on there that we have already identified to be using uh, completion tracking. So I click on SOL test because that was the thing that we wanted to base the certificate off of, and we have it must be marked complete. You can also have it pass with a complete with a pass grade, must not be marked complete. In simple case here, we're going to mark this complete because we know once the student takes that quiz, they're given it's marked complete and they're able to move on in the course. Now, the final thing is activity completion. Right here, because I have completion tracking turned on this course, we don't need to have that on, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to hit save and return to course. And now the certificate has been set up to reference the SOL test above it, and once it's marked complete, it has a little checkbox in it, it will be available to those students in the course. If they have not completed this SOL test, they will not be able to get their trial certificate. So once a user takes the SOL, this trial certificate will pop up and they can click on it. And the way we set it up, it's not going to email anybody, but it could. And then you just click get your certificate, and this is what the certificate will look like. So it's a nice way to automate some of the stuff that goes on in your course.